Hey everyone, this is MOE-GUNZ with another review, and this time I'm taking a look at Assassin's Creed Unity. First, I will stress that there's no spoilers that will be shown here. So, with that being said, let's just get into it. Unity stars Arno, who finds his way into the Creed. It's sort of a Romeo and Juliet story about two people in love whose paths part as they grow and subsequently converge again. Arno isn't the best character in the series. I mean, everybody loves Ezio, and I agree. I'm one of those. And the surrounding characters aren't as memorable as, say, in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but they're good enough to keep the story, interesting. Visually, Unity is a remarkable achievement. The city is not only the largest in the series, but also the most detailed. The crowds are massive, the weather constantly changing, and the architecture is something to truly treasure. Everything from the lighting to the many detailed interiors will leave you panning the camera in amazement. One word can describe the atmosphere of Unity, and that is simply breathtaking. Those familiar with the series will be familiar with the mechanics of the game. Unity keeps the AC DNA from the combat to the leap of faith. However, there are some improvements that are welcoming and some that just kind of makes you sad. The parkour system has been improved, making climbing faster, and the controlled descent is something that puts a smile on my face about how well it works. It's something that I really enjoy. Combat isn't really improved, but rather more difficult. You're no longer a god, and you will be utilizing some smoke grenades to escape more often than not. The biggest addition is the co-op mode. Easily the best thing about AC Unity. You can link up with up to 3 other friends and tackle missions that link to the main story. You can also take on heists, you can free roam, and you can do much more. This mode is incredibly addicting and is done in a smart way. When I completed a perfect heist with some friends, I actually really felt accomplished. Taking on missions, it's best for your team to have different loadouts to increase your strategic opportunities, which lead me to my next point, customization. Unity is filled with options, allowing you to come up with a unique look and playstyle. Unity is definitely a step forward in almost every aspect. However, the stealth mode is poorly done. Clunky is like the perfect word to describe it. Although it's a welcoming feature, often you'll be spotted not because something you did, but because the feature failed you. It's something that should have always been in the series and still isn't fully there due to the poor implementation of it. The AI is also improved and makes the game much more difficult. Guards actually search for you, and they react more intelligently in combat. However, the snipers are severely overpowered. You'll spend more time dying from a single gunshot than anything. It's probably one of the most annoying things in the game. AC Unity is plagued by some issues. Some are what I call AC glitches, like getting stuck climbing. However, one major issue people are experiencing is frame rate drops. I've seen this mainly in the beginning puzzle and sporadically during the course of my gameplay. It rarely happened for me, and when it did, it wasn't bad enough to ruin my experience. However, some are claiming to be hit so hard that it's almost unplayable, so keep that issue in mind when you're planning on getting the game. If you're planning on getting the game, it's something to be mindful of. Although the crowds are massive, you don't move through them gracefully like in other entries. The NPCs sort of slide out of the way. It isn't a big deal, but it's a small thing that bummed me out. My other issue is the inclusion of the real world elements. I've never felt this was necessary, and it simply just took me out of the world into something less interesting. This inclusion isn't as prevalent as in previous entries, but it is even more unnecessary. After an awesome battle that I had, I was forced to deal with something akin to the Matrix, and it pissed me off more than anything. I can honestly say that AC Unity is the best in the series. It is what Assassin's Creed should have always been. Bringing much needed improvements and building the most detailed city, Unity stands as the grand champion in the AC universe. The co-op mode is so well done that it shines as the best thing to ever happen in the series, and is something other games should take notice of. Awesome customization options, better combat, emphasis on strategy, and several side missions. Unity is truly amazing. This is the AC that we always wanted. However, the glitches, frame rates issues, and weak stealth mode makes it miss reaching legendary status. Instead, I'm giving this a full price for fans of the series. This has been MOE-GUNZ with another review. Check you out later.